Hey guys, so I am here today with a quick little Sunday fix, and I am replacing the window and door latches on the inside of my car. I was doing the regulators and the bushings on the driver's side, so I figured I might as well clean these up. And I want to go over the aftermarket ones that you get off of someplace like CJ Pony. They're relatively cost effective versus having your original ones chrome plated. I want to go over a few things. I want to go over using the lovely tool everyone screamed at me for not having. I have bought this tool. I want to go over the expectations for how this tool works and how much success you'll have versus the quality and production of these. What I do like about these new reproduction units is that they come with springs already included. What I like about these springs is that they have a much longer tang on either side, so it makes getting them in and out, number one, a lot more noticeable where they're located. Number two, makes the disassembly a lot easier. So you could see here I'm simulating how to pull this off, and it releases a lot more smoothly, and obviously the height difference makes it easier to pull this up and out, so that's a good thing. What I don't like about these, let's see if I can get my camera here to focus close enough. What I don't like about these, and this is what keeps it cost effective, guys, keep this in mind, when they drill out the slot, they don't clean the inside of the channel. So see how there's that residual metal at the end? I already filed some of it out and got it out with a wire brush, but that's going to make your fitment onto the spline shaft be really weird. It might even cause it to lock up and not fit right, and it can cause damage just having that gunk in there. So you're gonna wanna take this spring clip out before you even try to install it. You will need to re-grease it. It does come pre-greased, and obviously you're gonna ruin that grease by getting in there. All right, you're gonna take, hopefully we're gonna try with a wire brush here to see if we can get some of that loose stuff out, because it might just be hanging on by a thread. All right, so we're gonna spin this around in here. And, well, I think it helped. Okay, see that? Look at that, guys. See how I loosened that and lifted that up? That's not good. So you're gonna wanna look at every single one you purchased, and you might have to go in here and clean it out. See, that thing is still in there. One by one. This looks better now. There's still some up there. We're gonna do one more pass. We're gonna re-grease this, and then we're gonna get it ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna start by actually installing the window cranks first, and that's so that we can have these already installed when we go to install the door handle and make sure that we set them in an angle that they don't interfere. Now, when you buy the kit, it comes with replacement washers, I'm pretty sure I didn't have to buy these separately. These are not exactly replacement. All right, let me pull one of them. This is what came off of my car. This is what's going back on. So, you know, obviously they're not exactly the same, but I like that these are a little bit more translucent. They're kind of universal. They work with both the window crank and the door itself. I don't know. They're good enough for what they are. So here we go. One more thing before I go ahead and install these. Obviously, we have these springs here. My car had just these springs on the window cranks themselves. Some people say they have 4. Some people say there are 2 different types of springs. I can only go by what was on my car and what was working. And what the setup was on my car was spring, large diameter to the door panel, small diameter to the window crank, washer, and then the window crank itself. I can't verify whether or not this is how Ford actually did them. Who knows? Maybe on Mondays and Tuesdays they did it this way, and on Thursdays and Fridays, I don't care. I don't know. Be mindful of how your car goes together. If it works and the fitment looks good, I would reassemble it the way that it came on your car. I'm just doing mine the way that mine came apart. Mine all looked good. It was just, like I said, the pitting on the chrome was a little dorky looking. So here we go. Oh, well. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. So there you go, just repeat that process for all of them, and that's how you do it.